people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you... that's...
Vache?
Hey, why are you still walking? Huh? Hang on. Hey, Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache, are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear my memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I... Yes, that is what I was once. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only I also... No matter where I went, but now... No! Our reunion no longer has any meaning. The thought of me gives him no succor. If you meet Vache, perhaps that is so. As I was if only I could have comforted him. Is that what you call it? It was a state of neither. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time. I think I hear your companion. It's time. Farewell then. I am glad that you were able...
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navi is outnumbered!
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? Quick, now's our chance! I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Cloran.
Sorry,
Whatever. What else do you...
I doubt I know much more than you. Your performance tonight...
I'm sure they've no... And what about these Gardamex?
None of these mecha have serial. I can only conclude that some...
What? Your point being that they're...
Yes. Be careful.
I will continue investigating. Regardless.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten to.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you.
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to...
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't as such. We're still
It will take 50...
If it were me, I would have joined.
All right.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest, you're the...
Huh? Really?
Yes. All thanks to you grabbing...
Huh?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I saw that the Fanta tasted kind of salty. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water?
Yes. So, if you...
Spina di Rosula is prepared.
Huh? Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger.
What? Why would they go after us?
Well, you did foil... Speaking of which,
Well, it can't be coincidence that the Traveler faint. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too! But it was real faint. Does that mean the primordials...
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? While you...
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that is important. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened? Yes, thank you. This is very important. Oh, you mean you'll help us in...
Well, you did say that our farewell... And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those...
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, we also have some plans to go over.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely...
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone
Very good. But
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, Traveler.
is your baby?
Your accommodations have been arranged.
Well, after all, we don't allow illegal or unethical...
Seems like it's tough times for everyone.
To be honest, our financial...
Your father, he was the...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. My father's name is Callus. Yes, this 3 years ago, he was accused of...
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was... At the time, I believed that if he only... But strangely, he not only requested that even after being seriously injured, to the point... 3... How could he protect his honor? If he... The closest piece of info I have is that my
So that's why you're so...
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in. But, however, I believe that if the murder case is related to those I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must... If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications, and now... Here I am investigating...
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people...
But how could... never mind.
And there is one other thing. Master Callus is a...
Oh, her? Yeah, that's not the...
Miss Clorand, as always. She knew Master Callus before. There was only ever one.
It's...
Don't worry, Navia.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us... Yes, that is our understanding.
Oh, Papa. All right. Anyway, that's the thanks.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will...
Paimon slept so... Huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get... But never mind.
No, I just returned after going out for a while.
Wait, so you didn't...
How could I after having such critical...
Guess Paimon...
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place and that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. If the Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case... In that case... Aren't you coming over?
No, it's not. The Palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Huh. This place does look pretty...
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who.
See? They've got great discipline.
Yep, yep. Paimon can...
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point.
No. What I meant to say is,
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird.
we're here today to report and archive some info.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice.
Thanks so much.
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only like to get in.
It's all right. Please let me know.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment.
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case. There are no records of him either in the files or in my
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt... It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards. You even told me then that in your eyes, the value of... If you truly regret my father, why didn't you give me the power to stop him from everything? Was hanging on a thread at the... There are still so many things. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes.
I'm sorry.
You and my father are truly... It's not so much that you can't feel... Oh well. And my apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine. Rain.
You're right. Wasn't it?
Now that I think of it...
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered in the rain. That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait.
So you're saying that the true murderer... Yeah! And if that's what had happened...
I really think I found a All right, let's go to Poisson. With this...
Yeah! We're gonna make progress for...
Do you want to go with me now? Or Great.
at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. My father was the one who asked for it to be. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limit.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Paimon was confused why a group was such a... But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base, our home. Melus, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle. You said before that you still had some business.
About that. You still remember, right?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that.
Could you tell us a bit more about what...
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, at a glance, it was a kind of drink that could...
Wait! Didn't...
Yes, he did. If you drink synth for an extent, and if you were to stop drinking it, as he oversaw Poisson...
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred not only that...
Yes, but recognizing that, my father the man's name was Jacques. That night, my father... But then...
Huh? How did that...
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't... Looking back on it, though... Precisely. But, considering it now, it's almost certain... You're right. We still don't...
Jacques was an empathetic man. I think this On that note, however... Even our opponent is... Even though Spina, there is no need to fight.
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful, did he think I'd just accept? I've never accepted that. Ever. I want to find out the real answer.
Davia...
This is indeed the best moment to act.
So you do know something else, Melus?
Yes, I do. In fact, but what drove all the...
What?
Boss, and the serial disappearances. 5 years was nowhere. Knowing all of this, he decided to... But as long as you remain safe, he would... If something were to happen to you, that...
Right, so nobody...
As we've seen, Boss's tactic is...
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the...
So he chose to die?
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. If Boss's spirit could... I'm sure...
That fool. No. He might have set up... Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am? Yeah. I suppose that's... But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case... Melus, what was the key evidence that he...
It's the location where... When he was threatening the enemy, Boss. But if you want to use...
Why? If we know where the place...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous... There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have but a single visit to their head. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full
Then, in that case...
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case.
That's true. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability...
Thank you for all of that, Maloose.
Let me think. When I announced orders to the organization, if the vendors didn't change their plan after several rounds of tests, the first is Florent.
Huh?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? Thanks to his position within there's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of...
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. In the beginning, there were only...
So, they're like a sister?
Yes, you can say that. It's a bit different.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between... Although the guards mostly leave, since Thierry is always in the know about our current...
I see. To think that the enemy we've...
If you want to investigate them, please...
Of course.
You're too kind. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocent... After that incident, Jacques White, if it might help, you could also pay them...
Aw, thank you so much, Maloose.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth.
It is settled, then. Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Maloose.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Oh,
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only...
Ah, if it's about that.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you. I know. Only...
I'm sorry. On the matter regarding my
Would you mind sharing it with me?
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me he had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea. So when Mr. Callis came to him, he tried to be as careful as he could.
They found out...
Papa didn't say that exactly.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only late. I don't know that for sure. But... Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis, even if he fired the shot that killed my husband.
But Mama, why Papa always wanted to...
Well, things aren't...
Yeah, Papa was a...
Then you should hold on to that. Regardless of whether he left you...
Oh.
Thank you. For everything you've told...
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think that's the first time any...
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Laurent should be nearby, and we should be able to find...
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House?
Yeah, I've heard.
It also reminded, after my partner here put the dots together for me. Can you do me a favor and try?
After that, my first reaction was that, but when I got there...
So you also...
Indeed. Reason being, Mr. Callus, but according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a
At least from our perspective, the gun he was holding?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But hold on. He didn't even want to face... Did he lose all faith in the...
About that, Maloof's told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand. I'll tell you everything.
I understand. Then, and if I may just say one more thing, many people have laughed at me for still... But it was Mr. Callus's no matter what others might...
Don't worry. I will... You and all our other comrades...
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh,
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the...
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that?
I mean, where I work, Callus did a fantastic job. It would be next to impossible for me to find... Anyway, enough.
Ah, yes. What happened at the opera?
If you want to go through the original files from your father...
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually...
Of course. Without them, Why do you ask? We definitely can't...
Well, you see, just recently. So, if you
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can... If you try to make removing a serial number is all... So I can promise you, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Jokes aside, I'll be staying in the city for a...
Which is more valuable? Unlimited Mora?
Hello. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Marcel.
Sure. I will let him...
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Mark. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the
Yes,
Oh, you were at...
that's right. I went there with... I also witnessed your marvelous sloop to beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become...
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that...
Yes, I was reminded of your
Exactly. I still...
Oh, and...
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get... If not for the vigilance of my...
Oh, you're giving us too...
Alas, it seems... But rest assured, Navia, if anyone dares to...
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry. The confrérie was responsible for that banquet. So I was out and about the whole time, making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more. See if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
We've talked to all three sets.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected. Anyway, even...
But where should we start? Ah, you're right!
According to Jacques' family members, if I had...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Oh, that's a good point. Jacques probably ordered.
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to make sense. But without. Besides Jacques, the attack from the guard. It's obvious that our enemy has become.
Do you think he knew, even then, that.
Given everything that's happened since, but who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Thierry, you say? Huh. But I didn't feel like.
Yeah. Had he actually. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and.
Florent? It is true that he. But Espina de.
So you're saying he's too.
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would. Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the Confrérie, it's still really hard for me to imagine, though. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole... Who could it be? You know, if you think everything through...
Could we be missing other suspects?
Malus has... The suspect is knowledgeable about the speed... Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all...
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes. Malus did... We need far more solid proof before...
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been...
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left.
Wasn't that place built specifically for...
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
What? Is...
Yeah, we know him.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind this.
Wait, how? None of that...
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came... If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get...
Right. Because they'll think they've already...
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder.
I understand. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the You're right. This is our I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to...
We'll help you, just like you helped...
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Malus, Silver. When did you 2 get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that your confidence will be...
Thank you so much. Then, let's make haste for Irenaeus. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
See you then! Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. Huh. According to Malus's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance. Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production. You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to...
It would appear that I must repeat. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being However, I did hear that people who have been charged, in which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out. I've got to admit, that's one of the most When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointment.
Hey! Don't you understand?
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in-
No.
Alas, it would appear that communication... In that case, let me explain everything.
That case had nothing to do with him! Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbin.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. But that was an exception rather than standard court.
Oh, please. We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not- And if my charges prove true, then
Oh. A young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia.
That person is... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières!
Huh? What convert?
I've heard of them, but weren't they
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is... And if the charge fails,
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Mr. Marcel, you will not require an...
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived...
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on. Why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone...
I think there's no point in getting it exactly correct, Your Honor.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula, who, during the banquet, all attending guests, when the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearm. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion. Callus was defeated by champion duelist. These are the known facts about the...
The one with the... in truth, after that, the true Thank you for this. However, we should read... Something's not right. Something's not... The testimony of... However, unfortunately for Jacques, the... This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned... A pile of... But now, it is... Since it was raining... Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water.
So that's what happened. Wait,
You're telling me
What a great theory.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one.
But I think I agree with.
Then, may I ask some questions? 1. Do you have the...
I'm afraid not. Boo! I may not have the evidence with me. We should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearance...
That makes sense to me.
Why do I feel...
Maybe she's scared of embarrassment.
Alternatively, she's become...
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. Then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court? If he had testified...
I've thought about this too. And the dissolving power of what my father could have exposed it for all to... At that time, Spina di... What was certain, however...
Boss once told me that Demoiselle...
What? If the secret had gotten out, of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter, but what good would that do? How can had this opera house ever... But by staying silent, I was able to become Spina di... And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will...
So, you mean to...
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support. But since he entrusted his will to you,
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of in my line of work. I've seen just one look and I can tell. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to leave the ring alone.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the...
Right? What she said was fast.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected. In my father's case, the culprit intended to... And, at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because the culprit could only time their actions so precisely. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both...
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing... I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child now.
No need to appeal to pain.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if... On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to...
Know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by it? But if I were to dismiss this completely, do you know what the biggest flaw in...
I suppose you're gonna tell...
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that, in addition, I left my home in but the disappearances began...
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This...
No, it's not...
Is there anything else you'd like to say? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family, could those records and testimonies do something to appease the
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting it, but aren't you going against all of his... He wished for you to become more rational once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things.
This isn't just about me. And the biggest difference between me, the people whose families were destroyed by many people's images, and whose image... Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name.
I was waiting for you to...
Tiz?
Prepare to be blown away! Windblade!
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place. Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up. The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go. Windblade! Let the show begin. Ready, steady, go! Windblade! Prepare to be blown away!
Things are about to get dicey.
blade.
Time for retribution!
Let's dance. Oh. Go, Bub.
Busted. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Let the show begin.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Let's dance. After all that, we finally made it to the end. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but... Huh? You mean the girls... And then... They were... And all the boxes of things. These names. Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water. That means this is where they make all the synth. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But Paimon will take notes on... Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation. Yep, this should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have not the old dog's a real he can act whenever he... I concur. Let's send someone to kill... Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the... Mixing in progress... Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep, it's... What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 6. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just... How can someone write something that terrible in such a map? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why you did it all. Wait, Did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vacher is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it! Vacher was... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface... In any case... We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like... Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals... No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify... Sure thing. Nothing at all! And Paimon can't even find snacks either! Whoa, really? Let Paimon see! Vinier. Isn't that Vacher's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Aw, it's just a normal diary. So many! A whole page's worth! The final name Marcel! Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
And whose image do you see? Mark, is it a man named... Oh, so you do know...
I'm merely surprised you...
I was waiting...
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my...
Just how often do you intend to flout the...
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence... But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vacher.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything! After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vacher.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera perform, and with that, Marcel's motive...
This information regarding your well, Marcel, you fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, and so you never noticed...
You also never understood Boss's real expectation.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself.
Do you really think I want to pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, they said there's no way a human being can turn into... Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, you only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called Vignier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, but I'm not from this blasted place. So
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go! I can't follow! So I did all of that. And in the end, that I spent my entire life...
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! Vignier! Vignier! Please, Vignier! Don't think badly of me.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after...
Traveler, please submit all the evidence. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in... Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a... During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction... However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and after exchanging blows with Spina Duras, although the assassination did not go... And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame... However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of war... Thus concludes the enigma. The Oratrice will now deliver the final... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
Good. It's what he deserved.
With that, the series...
We really just witnessed history.
Yippee! We have no... He's hurt so many innocent people. Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely...
The day our late boss had always hoped...
Yeah. See, Papa? Spina...
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been right. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of...
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you...
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already...
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right?
Through evidence presented in the public trial, the guilty party has been identified, and thus it is... We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique guilty.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice...
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent...
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No.
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse... Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Hey, Monsieur Nouvelette, what's going on?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established, all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I don't know what happened there.
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that...
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not?
My dearest citizens, did you really? Don't tell me. You thought even...
But the way she looked just now...
However, given the state of things and... of course, if you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, everything he's done, not to... all shall be revealed in... Now, having said that, although I hate to...
So she chose to make her escape.
So you're saying we shouldn't put my...
She probably just put on... However, please be assured that I will
All right. Even though, after all, he's...
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list!
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased all records of that name. So,
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killer...
Paimon agrees. Why should we...
This request, is it worth as much to you as your...
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even...
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy... Very well. I will grant...
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case...
Thank you. Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink...
Vacher!
Ah!
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vacher!
Vacher? Vacher!
I'm here! Where are you, Vignier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vignier, is that you? It's me, Vacher! Vignier!
Vacher, why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for all this time. Only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like, Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vacher, if you ask me, this world would be better off without...
What are you...
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. It's all because of your selfishness, Vacher. It's all...
Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vignier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand. As our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses, our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemonie. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignier.
Why? But then, where is Vignier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoid. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the— You are a liar. A heartless murderer. The only thing you are not. From the moment your first victim died and her conscience—
No! Yeah!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the— But on top of that, she also said that because— She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Vacher.
Vacher? Vacher. 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 Drown.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Huh. Well met, partner. I knew something.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the...
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's...
Oh, now that I...
Sounds like you're really enjoying...
It's just been one thing after... Everyone from Spina di Rosula, or this time, though. Everyone...
So his name's definitely...
It's been the dearest wish of the...
That blasted... Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more...
Huh? So you know Charlotte too?
Yeah. Way back when I first became the president of the Spina di... I believe the story was called... To be fair, though, she was trying to lean on our friendship.
Oh, yeah. She told us about...
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when...
Now that's another thing.
Oh, and in other news...
Oh, you?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, it was thanks to her that we were able to—
Oh, that's great!
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved— actually—
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth. And on top of that—
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want to go too!
Sure thing. I'd like you two to
And in that case, everyone,
Yeah, you're right. It's been— Huh. This is where my father's—
Huh? There's someone there already. Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still—
In that case, I will stop apologizing.
You really could use— in any case.
Well, there was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be— Oh, rather than that, which is also why I didn't stop, I believed that a truly— But Mr. Callus proved me utterly— If not for his sacrifice, Mr. Callus made the choice, and in the end, from a justice that's high. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus. This regret has filled me with that high and mighty chair in the Opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work.
So, you're actually—
Sorry about that.
Didn't I just say—
Ah, so Navia and Nervalette. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait. Paimon's never paid respects at— Huh? Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss— Anyway, Nervalette is still standing around there. It's not—
Oh, it's you two.
We ran into Navia on the—
I see.
Well—
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my— Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that. If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? My apologies. Mine. However, I still believe—
But you—
For many years, I have been quite as a divinely created mechanism. Not only can it produce the incredible which is all to say, I have been prepared—
So when Lynn—
I was not aware such a thing. In any case, I am inclined to— Based on Farina's reaction, while we do intend to get to the bottom, if we did incorrectly
If you ask Paimon, the only
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? That the sea levels will— Does that appropriately summarize?
That's right!
Yes, up to the present, I think rumors have it that this prophet—
A prophecy? Of the former high—
Two parts of the prophecy have all— Speaking of the prophecy, Farina, if the rumors were true—
But with Farina—
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
So, at court, the back—
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. There used to be a special sea on the surface of most of Tevat's life form.
Huh. So it really was—
But today, the primordial sea— What Vache discovered must have been some kind of—
Huh. So that's how—
Indeed. Why would the primordial— To be frank, that also— Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what— It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful train.
You really are super busy.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so
All right, you've got— Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape! Busted!
Take it easy. Take it easy.
point is...
Bye.